Well, if you are just joining us, we have been talking to Emily Scott, certified dog behavior consultant, and Chrissy Kelly, mom to 2 boys and autism advocate. Well, we've been talking all about bringing little Lucy into your household with your 2 boys and making sure, you know, both the child and the dog are cared for and making sure they're both safe. So how would you go about starting to train a dog when you're first bringing him to the home?
Well, I think it's all about structure, it's all about routine, and just like kids, you want to have a real set routine every day. And I always like to say, get the puppy on the same routine that the kids are. So kids asleep, puppies asleep. Kids are up, puppies are up. So you're not having to multitask all the time. And, you know, really do some very early training, getting them potty trained, and getting them working on the leash, getting them responding to human commands and so forth. So, and you can train a puppy as young as 8 weeks old to come and sit and lay down and stay. And it's all positive training, all clicker training. And so she is amazing. She's a little rock star. I mean, she picks up everything. Both of their dogs have picked up everything very quickly. And then they're just every day working it and teaching the puppies that, hey, good things happen when these boys are around, and even if they're acting pretty happy and jumpy, you know, that this is still a wonderful thing. But I think what's really amazing with Chrissy is what she's doing to help teach her children to interact appropriately with them, because it can be challenging with kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Extremely. How do you go about doing that with your 2 boys?
It's a team effort, so we all have to be on the same page. One of the things I realized, there's certain things that my boys might do, or even any kid, that will scare the dogs. Maybe jump too close to them or get too close to their face or whatever it may be. So constantly working on boundaries with them. Also making sure there are positive interactions between the boys and the dogs. So it's not just, boy, that kid's loud and scary, but it's like, oh, that kid gives me chicken, or that kid has my favorite toy, or just setting up instances where they can have a lot of positive interactions. So if there is a scary one, it's not overshadowed by all the positive ones that have already occurred.
Yeah.
And I love that I think we had sent some pictures out there of a wonderful book that she made to help her sons understand, okay, this is what we're going to do, and now we're going to go out and apply it. And it was just brilliant. I thought it was brilliant. That's
something really good. Our behavior company actually helped me with that. So the boys receive behavior therapy as well as our dogs. And there's something used for children with autism. It's called a social story. And it's written in the positive, and it teaches you what behaviors you're looking for, and the end of the book is successful. So it's like, I get to play with the dog, I get to give the dog chicken, the dog is so happy, I get to pet the dog. So just kind of letting them know, this is what the interaction we are looking for should look like.
Okay.
And you notice in the video, the dogs loved it. I mean, they love being around the kids. I mean, it's a positive thing. And with dogs, if they have a positive association with something, whether it's riding in a car or interacting with kids or being picked up, if it's positive, they'll enjoy it and they'll keep going. If it's a negative association, they're going to avoid it.
Yeah, I completely agree with any of us too.
Oh,
if it's positive feedback in, you're going to keep going.
Exactly.
Well, what are some of the best things you've seen coming from bringing the dog into the household with your 2 children?
Man, I mean, I don't know how we got so lucky to have dogs. Like, honest to goodness. I could cry just thinking about it. First of all, just research shows it increases functional skills for all children, because it helps, we have someone to take care of. Let's get water. Let's do this. For children with autism, it increases social skills and social awareness, because sometimes it's less intimidating to interact with a dog than it is with a person. And if autism comes with it, social challenges. So it's kind of like a bridge to the human world. And I think when you're absolutely a dog lover, you have these dogs in your life and you don't know how you survived without them. When she gets the hiccups, when she falls asleep at my feet, when she puts her paw on my leg, I'm so happy that we have these dogs in our lives.
And I think we are seeing the boys respond to them as well. I mean, you were just telling me a story the other day that the kids are noticing things that the dogs are doing, and they're reacting to it and responding to it, whereas before they might have noticed what the dogs are doing. So, I mean, there really is a connection that you just can't get anywhere else than dogs or pets. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it teaches you responsibility too. Like you're saying, with any child, having something to take care of and have your own is absolutely amazing. Yeah. Well, I know also, Chrissy, you have a blog that you write to help out other parents and everything that you go through on a daily basis. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I started writing several years ago. And before I even realized that my oldest son at the time, Grayson, had autism. And I was looking, when Grayson was first diagnosed, I was looking for something or someone something that could tell me that life was still going to be okay, and that we would laugh again, and that my son would be happy and still have a future. And I couldn't find what I was looking for, so I said, you know what, I'm going to create it. I'm going to, on purpose, create the happiest life I can, because many of us have circumstances that we might not have picked, that we can't control. And what we can control is how we deal with it, and if we choose to grow from it or if we choose to shrink from it. And I said, I'm going to grow. And I owe it to my boys to not have this alternative mindset of, oh, if only they could talk, or if only they could do this. I need to celebrate them for who they are and work with them in the areas that they're challenged, but still understand that they're perfect just the way they are. So I started writing and chronicling our journey in my blog.
Well, thank you so much. We're almost out of time, but this partnership is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad you guys gotten to work with each other. If there's anyone out there, Emily, how can they contact you?
Yeah, my website is emshappycanines.com or 797-4343. I'm very happy to talk with you about your situation and your kids and see what we might be able to do to develop a great relationship.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for bringing this to light and really showing people what they need to do with children and dogs and how you can make it a happy household.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks so much.